Great. Today's been particularly bad. I'm really getting tired of this on and off. Feeling decent and then feeling like death. Whatever. Regardless, there's still something that needs to be done. Now, I have no idea if they're actually going to be there or not. I didn't sign my name on the note on purpose. If they're there, though, I guess that's kind of a good sign. It means they're intrigued. I'm not sure. I don't know much about Soleil. Well, that's the reason I'm doing this anyways. Might be a stupid plan in hindsight, but might also give me something. Give us something. We know why Fedez is doing what he's doing. For his fucking leg. No fucking idea why Soleil is with him. Why they're going through all this. What do they gain? What could they lose? These are the questions I want to know. I might not get any answers now. If I don't, so be it. I'm not going to threaten them over it. I'm not that desperate. Not yet, at least. So you actually got my note.
I did. I wasn't expecting it to be you, though.
That was kind of the point. I figured if I tugged at your own intrigue and curiosity a bit, better chance to get you out here. But everything that I said in the note is true. I just want to talk.
Alright. Is there anything in specific you want to talk about?
Lots of things. I might not get answers to all of them, but truthfully, I don't know much about you at all. I don't know your motivations. I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. There's plenty of motivations for Fedez. He's explicitly stated everything to multiple people at this point. But I don't have any idea why you're doing all this. I don't know what you have to gain.
Not many people do. Would you like to head inside, or would you like to sit out here, stand out here, technically?
Well, technically, it's still under lock.
Not really. I don't know how much you've actually been here or Everflame has recently, but people have come here already.
I'll make a mental note of that. Out here's fine.
Alright. So, you want to know about my motives, mainly, is that it?
For the most part.
It's hard to say. I don't do anything for any particular reason. At the same time, I don't do anything without a reason.
Care to elaborate?
I get bored, as people do, and I don't feel things the way normal people do. So I guess a lot of what I do is to see what make other people do anything.
That's rather sociopathic of you.
Is it? I wouldn't know. just kind of do.
It's basically what you described. Not saying that's the case, but it's a good guess.
I try to see what makes anyone do anything. What friends do, what enemies do, what people do in desperate times, what people do in normal times. Anything, really. I guess the biggest comparison would just be this whole thing was a social experiment for me.
A social experiment, huh?
Yeah, closest thing that I can relate to it.
So, if my understanding is correct, you're doing all this just to get an understanding of the situation, or rather, get an understanding of people's reactions to said situation.
Oh, but yes, pretty much. You aren't looking so well.
It's been a better day. There's been some better days. Never mind that. I'm fine.
Right.
When Fedez contacted you, did he have anything to offer besides reactions? Or did you just simply take up his offer because it sounded interesting?
I kind of did both. He didn't really have too much of an offer other than him wanting to also get Yuki for, obvious reasons. Him wanting to heal his leg. But I also needed to question Yuki for a bit, me and Elo. So it was in the mutual interest.
Why Yuki specifically?
For me, specifically, it's because she was here before everything. Mainly pertaining to Kai, as he is still missing. And he was my acquaintance.
Kinda interesting, that whole situation. It was Fedez that leaked that document, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
And then not too long after, he goes missing. No one's seen him since.
Indeed. You're trying to imply that he might have something to do with it. I highly doubt it. Me and Elo have already talked to him before anything. And not to mention, if he wanted to do something to Kai beforehand, he had the chance.
Makes it sound like they were in contact with each other at one point.
After that document was released, they did talk. So...
So along with your own interest, you found it mutually beneficial as well, because we'd get the chance to question someone about Kai's disappearance. Is that my understanding?
Exactly.
Do those motivations directly extend to Yuki or to anybody else?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Do those motivations directly extend to Yuki specifically, or to anybody else?
No, not really. It's just kind of there. She was the one, unfortunately, who knew the most, so...
What about Everflame? Just in general. Fedez has reason to be spiteful towards the majority of us.
I dislike Everflame. I have for a while. But I have no reason to do anything to you, any of you, unless given a reason. You don't really hold any of my interests.
Why do you dislike Everflame? The purpose of the group was to form a little unit to help protect everyone else from the capital. And of course the whole box shit going on. That's the point.
It's the point, yes, but at the same time it hinders me from doing some things. Personal views, actions, conflict. Not to mention that I'm quite good at acquaintances with dupes. At least was. I'm not sure how we are right now, but he doesn't like Everflame much either.
Dubes and Yuki have always sort of butt heads over the fact.
They have different views on what to do. What they should.
Well, they've both known each other longer. Probably has something to do with their past affiliation. But besides that, honestly, Soleil, it really sounds like you're... This is the sort of thing that most capital scientists spew on about. It makes me wonder why you ever left.
It's a good question. I mean, as I said, I was bored.
I'm bored with
It's
capital.
not that much to it. Yeah. Capital is cycles. Experiments, prisoners, scientists. They find more of each and then repeat. Nothing new has happened in a while. And then Fedez came to me with the proposition to, break some people out, and we did.
Interesting. So it was Fedez's idea initially, of course, because, lack of interest, you went along with it.
Yes.
I hope you both are abundantly aware that... I'll let you take care of that. I hope you both are abundantly aware that if capital comes here, full force... You've seen the list. You two are not excluded from that.
Oh, I'm quite aware. I'm also quite aware that there may be some capital members here already.
There were. You weren't at the meeting the other day, but there was an attack.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. It's capital after all. Could I ask you a question?
I suppose that's only fair. I've been questioning you quite a bit.
Why did you leave? Why did you join Everflame?
That's a two-part question, I suppose. I grew disillusioned. I've
This.
I'm no saint
Sorry.
either. I've done a lot of bad. I've killed a lot of people, innocent and guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was doing it for a good cause. I thought I was doing it to help my family. But as I climbed the ranks, as I started seeing more, learning more, understanding more, I realized the root of it all was just greed. Greed and corruption and just selfishness at its root. That's all capital is.
Isn't that what most people are?
When you're forced to do whatever it takes to survive, there isn't much left to turn to, is there?
No, I don't suppose there is. But that's ties into it. Why do my things?
It was my mentality at one point as well. When I finally took off the rose-tinted lenses, I realized I couldn't be a part of something like that anymore.
I see. Interesting.
Especially when, the lower districts are engineered to always fall.
Hell yes, I'm aware.
The only downside of leaving is I don't really have the capability of, well, living, as you've seen.
Yes, I suppose that's unfortunate.
Not my main concern, though.
Why isn't it?
I'll figure something out. I don't really plan on dying anytime soon. And if I am gonna die, it's gonna be on the battlefield, not from some little sickness. Been through too much to just let myself go like that.
I see. So you're one of those. See why you and Torek get along.
I suppose in some regard we both kinda have agreements on those sorts of things. I suppose he's just more on a higher spectrum. Ignore that.
Suppose.
As for why I joined Everflame, well, there's a couple of reasons. I've spent the last few years doing my best to fight back little things here and there against Capital, whether it be helping people escape, small skirmishes, that sort of thing. In this camp, these people are no different. And you all are not the first people that I've had to help and, settle somewhere safe away from Capital's reach. So when it was offered to me to be a better chance to protect others, I took up the offer. But admittedly, I suppose, and this was something I was even lying to myself about, I did have my own selfish reason for joining. I suppose.
There's nothing wrong with being selfish. It's in human nature.
suppose that's fair. I guess I was trying to redeem myself.
Redeem yourself for the lives you've killed?
I've taken so many. I figured the best way to redeem myself was be to protect just as many.
I see. I suppose that makes sense.
Does that answer your question?
It does. It's quite insightful.
Well, I suppose in a way, this wasn't just me getting to know you a little bit more.
I suppose, technically it is. We kind of did go our separate ways after the beginning.
Yeah. How do you expect this to end, out of blatant curiosity?
I don't know, honestly. Anything can happen. Whether it be the box, Capital, one of you guys.
I was mostly referring to this situation right now. With you,
Yeah.
with Fedez, and Elo.
As I said, I don't know. If we get away with what we did, then we get away with what we did. If our catch up with us, then it's not much we can do about it. It's kind of how life is.
Well, I'll be blunt. Majority of people want Fedez dead.
I'm well aware. I don't really care if he dies or not.
I won't lie, you're also very close to that list as well.
Yes, he did inform me that not very wanted around here. Which is fair, I suppose.
If you want my honest opinion, I think when it comes down to it, based on just what I know about Fedez and what I've seen him do, how he acts, how he operates, if it really does come down to life or death, I wholeheartedly think he would throw you to the wolves before himself.
I don't doubt that. In the end, we're all looking out for ourselves. Whether you realize it or don't. And the few that aren't and care for more people than they care about themselves, well then they're dead.
You still work with him knowing this, that he could backstab you.
Yes, I do. Same could be said about me, though. Not to mention I have Elo as protection compared where he has nothing.
And then let me ask you this. If, no, not if, when Everflame finds you, finds Yuki, finds Fedez, are you gonna get in our way? Or are you gonna let us kill Fedez?
I mean, as long as you don't hinder what I'm doing, go against me specifically, I don't care what you do with him. I'll be completely blunt. I don't care about anyone here. Elo is something. I'm helping him, but at the same time, he's helping me. He's a bit forced to do anything I say, though, since, Capital experimented.
I personally don't want to have to kill him. He's done nothing wrong, in my eyes at least.
One day, he will be out of my grasps and he'll just be him before any of the experiments happened.
Is that how you're helping him?
Yes, in one way. I can help quite a bit of people if I want to.
But you won't.
It depends. Some people have my interest, and if it is in my interest to help them, then I will, if it correlates with what I want.
But just to feel something.
Maybe. I'm not actually entirely sure.
If to keep this between you and me, I personally see no reason in killing you, or you haven't given me a reason to kill you. Not like Fedez has. But at the same time, I wonder if we do let you live, you'll pull the same shit Fedez has been doing.
It's a good thought to have. I would try to assure you, but I'm not even sure what I will do in the future. What I want to do.
And to be honest, I think that makes me more inclined to actually let you live. Because unlike Fedez, it is hard to say with you. But I think that uncertainty actually is more relieving to hear than absolute certainty. Until Fedez dies, he's just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again for one sole purpose. Fucking heal his leg. And he won't stop until that happens.
That's true.
Which is why he has to die. But like I said, so as long as you don't do anything, I know for me, I don't have any plans on killing you. Unless you give me a reason to. And that even goes for afterwards, when this is all over. If something does happen, and you're the cause of it, I won't hesitate. But for now, as it stands, give you a second. How we feeling, chat? Ping me. I just feel so calm watching these streams, no matter what, because the Resident Evil theme is. Yeah, I need to find some more like tense music for like the high tension moments. But you know, a lot. This music honestly has fit a lot of like most of the scenes I've done for Pandora lore. Personally, I feel like though maybe some of the more intense scenes with like capital and stuff in the future probably will need some more intense music, so if there's any recommendations, please let me know. I'm open to options. I've been thinking of using some Final Fantasy XIV music. I just need to find the right ones. Huh. Are you all in spectator right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lovely.
No, we're not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why would we why would we ever do that?
Yeah, Blue.
Hi, Kain.
Hello. Hey, yeah, Blue, if you need to just finish this up with, typing, we can. I was actually gonna wrap it up shortly.
Ah!
Oh, are you back?
Ah! Quick, disappear!
Run! Disappear!
Get out of here.
I whipped this really fast.
Okay, got it. Yeah, but like I said, my focus is primarily on Fedez right now. Although I can't speak for the others in Everflame.
Probably the same, but probably will focus on me a bit more than you, considering I'm quite guilty of actions as well.
You did knock out Sky.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Honestly, I'm very 50-50 on whether or not what you've told me is 100% true. But then again, it's hard to really know.
I have no reason to lie.
Neither did I.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to see then.
Indeed. See where the future takes us.
If there isn't anything else, I
nothing else.
Right then.
It was nice chatting for you, for what it's worth.
Likewise. See you around, I suppose.
I suppose.
Well, that was highly insightful. I was kind of holding it all back at that point. Gotta look at those notes that Yuki gave me again. See how to make most of this stuff. I guess for now we'll just do a patrol and see what's going on. Huh. Oh. I guess I've just been blatantly ignoring the signs. If there is anyone here, I'll just stick by them, I guess. Well, there was somebody. Hey. Long time no see. Why are you here alone? Uh-huh. That's such a good reason. I don't think that counts. Well, okay. Now I count, yeah, but still. That's because I walked up here. You were, by definition, alone till I walked up to you. So I suppose we're both guilty at ignoring the sign at spawn. Nice coat, by the way. Yeah, I probably should get something a bit more warmer as well. This jacket's nice, but it's not made for cold for long periods of time. Oh, I didn't even notice you were wearing shoes. Is it really that bad? I mean, I wasn't gonna judge if you were gonna, continue walking around barefoot in the cold. But I guess even you have a limit. You're fine. I'm just teasing you. It's been a minute. How you been? I have kind of just been at the safe house going over the maps, the places that people have already been and making just double crossing things. I would have liked to go out searching, but unfortunately I've been having a couple of bad days, like today, so I've been trying to take it easy for a little while. It's fine. I'm still alive, so. And, he gave me the thing, the, stuff to make, most of the things that have been keeping me alive, so. Any developments? Alright, then maybe let's go somewhere else to talk. My place or your place? Actually, my place. Nobody knows where that is. There's a certain someone that likes to go invisible, and I'd rather go somewhere that he doesn't know how to reach. What is this anyways? Oh, it's a wishing tree. God, I haven't celebrated Christmas in forever. Yeah, I know. You wanna know the scary thing? Honestly, just a couple hundred blocks that way is where Fedez's house is. He was a lot closer than I thought to me. But, he's, like, not there anymore since it's a fucking crater now, so worries are somewhat settled. But still, yeah. I mean, he never decided to venture out further. If he had, he would have found this place, and, well, that would have been a whole other thing. But besides that, what you got so far? Probably not. Sure as hell gunning for him, though. That makes sense. That's a lot of land that's been razed to the ground. Well, at least that starts to narrow down things, I suppose. Have you had help? Or if this has been something you've been doing solo? And you are, resting at points, yeah? Fuck off. Got it. That's good. I had to get on Yuki's case when it was, you missing, because they were pushing themselves to exhaustion. Right. Just gotta make sure. Anything else happen? Guilt. Oh shit. Where the fuck did he go? Yeah, you didn't kill him. Oh, there he is. If he drops an ender pearl, can I have it? I need to make another waystone. Oh, shit. Thanks. I feel like I rarely get Enderman here. That's like the first one I've seen in a while. No, not that kind of waystone. I mean like the handheld one. I have one already. I don't need another one. I have two, technically. That other place. that I've been working on. That's so... I'll save it for a rainy day. I might need it at some point. Thanks. So I guess, what do you mean by guilt? You know it wasn't your fault. The hell is that supposed to mean? I'm gonna go on a limb and say, yeah, you probably haven't told me. I haven't really talked to you in a couple weeks since everything. Well, you don't shut the hell up now. What? Because I'm not awesome. I'm not sure. Holy shit, just out with it already. What is it? Wait, told who? Torak. You told Fedez. And what's the context? That was on purpose? You're fine. You... I know you didn't do it out of malice. I told you that... I told you after I was sick. Like, death. I told you after I was deathly sick that I was going to figure something else out. I thought you would just... So you lied to me. You said you just swiped those. But you didn't tell me everything. No, I'm not talking about the bad medicine. I'm talking about the ones you gave me on the bridge. You said you just swiped those. In exchange for information about when we would be coming to his house. When did... How did you think that was going to end? Did you... But it was fucking enough for him to plan out everything, to plant a trap in his house, to keep us distracted long enough so that he could sneak into Everflame and swipe Yuki. It was more than enough for him. Because that's what he's been doing. He's been playing games. But you've been playing into his game this entire time. He was only one guy until he had more people join him. And we all know fully that even if he didn't have Sole or Ela with him, that he was fucking capable of doing bad things to people. Look what happened to you. That was all on his own. Yeah. No, just... And then after that, despite the fact that, you know, you weren't under his control anymore, that whatever he told you to do wouldn't work because you fixed that problem yourself, you were still, you know, playing along. And I thought you were, you know, giving him false info. Until you didn't. Then what the hell happened? Then how did he know? The minute that you mentioned that there was going to be a raid, he started planning. Even if you didn't tell him when it was going to happen, he started planning. Why did you lie? You did not tell me exactly what you had told him that day on the bridge. You just said that you gave him info and you got the medicine. I think that's what stings the most about this. I tell you everything. I tell you things I don't tell anyone else. Not just about the situation, but me. Not even just about my own sickness. I tell you what's on my mind, how I think things are going to go, my theories, my thoughts, everything. I lay it all bare. Because I trust you. I don't trust many people here as much as I trust you. Very fickle things at times. I barely manage it. Before I came here, I had to keep my head on a swivel all the time at Capitol. Couldn't trust anyone for shit. I couldn't even trust my own brother. Absolutely. Well, suppose I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't let you try. Because in reality, I've been doing the same thing all this time. Sure as hell no saint either. can see that. When you're sincere, it's pretty obvious to tell. They're also, just... No. The next time you head out, if I'm more adequate enough to go, I'll join you. I'll certainly try. Just... Well, he can't come back anyways, it's fucking raining, so... Sucks to be him. I just ask that you be a bit more honest with me. It's a rarity these days. I think there's actually something you need to know, and I'm planning on mentioning it to the others as well. I talked with Soleil. I'm fine. We just talked, and Elo wasn't there. I gave them a note asking them to meet up in front of the cathedral, and they did. Yeah, about 30 minutes ago, actually. Yeah, I had just finished the conversation when I had walked up to you. It was actually rather insightful, honestly. Well, honestly, I had no idea what their fucking motivations were, or why they were aligning themselves with Fedez in the first place. I frankly didn't know much about them at all. So I just basically kind of poked and prodded at that a bit. They were actually, remarkably honest for some reason. Simply put, they don't have anything specific to gain from aligning with Fedez. It's more so she finds the situation and the way they, yeah. Half and half. But at the same time, based on my general understanding of them, I don't see a reason for them to lie to me either. They are a very interesting individual. According to them, they don't really feel the same way we do. Their whole reason for being so involved with this is to see other people's reactions. Get an understanding, I suppose. In regards to Yuki, well, they agreed. It is a weird reason, but, and I'm not sure if this is the case, I'm thinking Soleil is a sociopath. At least, what they had listed out reminds me of one. Sometimes, well, actually, best way to describe a sociopath is my brother, most of the time. He's also narcissistic too, but, you know. They pretend. They don't understand how people feel about certain things. It doesn't make sense to them. So they study and they watch to see how people react to specific situations, and then they mimic them to get better reactions for other people. At least that's what my brother used to do. He could be completely pissed off about a situation, or rather, he could be completely apathetic to a situation of, let's say, grief, sorrow, but he'd pretend. I'm beginning to think, yeah, maybe. My brother is still alive, actually. No. His name was Kale. But at least that's just what it was. That's at least the impression that I was getting from them. Which would explain their motivations and reasonings. They also were inclined to help with the Yuki situation because apparently they and Elo wanted to question her about Kai's disappearance. Oh, I kept my distance, and if he did try anything, I had all of my weapons on me. So did they. They had their scythe. If there was a fight, no. I didn't see Elo at all. Chance for what? No. I wasn't there to kill them or fight them. I was there to get some info. Anything that might potentially help us. I was going there with the expectation that a fight could happen, so I definitely made sure I was armed at least. Mm-hmm. What do you mean, no note? Admittedly, maybe I should have written something, yeah, but I don't know. I didn't really get the feeling that I would die if I did go. Thanks. So, to be honest, at least from my perspective, Fedez has been the one that's been mostly doing the majority of the actions, and he's the one that has been relentless and non-stop. Exactly. That's actually what I told them. I don't really see the point in killing Soleil. Fedez, on the other hand, has proven time and time again that he is relentless. Because of this obsession of his, he won't stop at nothing to get it. As long as he continues to breathe, he will continue to hurt more people. And while I don't know what Soleil would do after that, well, yeah, that's the plan. I think I'd rather prefer Fedez dead more than anything. And to monitor Soleil mostly. Fuck no. Okay. I want... I suppose whoever gets to him first then. Mm-hmm. But... Honestly, I just really mostly gained more understanding on them. And surprisingly, actually, unless we gave them a reason to fight back, they really weren't going to get in our way with killing Fedez. They said that they don't really care if Fedez dies or not. They're also aware that Fedez could also throw them to the wolves at any point in time as well. Exactly. A very common capital thing, actually. Yeah, a majority of the people that live in the inner parts of the capital have that mentality. I had that mentality at one point. I'm trying. That's all I can do. I've been trying to do a lot of good actions to make up for the bad I've done in the past. I still got a long way to go, admittedly, but we're getting there. About what you did. Honestly, I don't see any reason why you should tell them. It doesn't make any difference. It's just going to be a repeat of the Fedez situation. And it's not going to do us any good. It's going to take away from the main problem at hand. You can't blame them for that. But what's important is finding Yuki. We won't get anywhere with that if we're already infighting. Fuck, we're already infighting still because of the situation with the box. I believe that. But yeah, that was how that talk went. Soleil is eerily somewhat calming to talk to, if that makes any sense. like being on guard, but also not sure whether to be on guard or not. I found myself dropping my guard a couple of times, actually, during the midst of it. Haven't had to deal with somebody like that in a while. I will. Well, I don't know if I'm doing this anytime soon. Agreed. I can work with that. Yeah. But anyways. That's pretty much it from me. At least recently. Besides that, I've really just been doing a whole lot of nothing besides looking over the previous maps in the safe house. I should probably go inside. Standing out in this rain isn't gonna do me any good. I'm already feeling like shit as is. Yeah. You're welcome to hang out here for a while. They don't usually get much company since I'm so far out. Fucking careful, don't fucking face plant on the floor.